Geek Dad Life presents Toy Geeks, a live toy talk show. Today on this special lunch break edition, we'll be talking about those jaw-dropping, amazing Dungeons & Dragons figures unveiled by NECA. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. Hello, everybody, and welcome to a special lunch break addiction. Well, it is an addiction of Toy Geeks. My name is Jay, and with me on this live stream of Toy Geekery is my good friend John. John, how you doing tonight?
Today.
Afternoon.
Today. I'm doing good. How are you on this lovely lunch break?
It's good. It's good. If you're wondering at home, this is my 90s haircut. This is 90s Jay. I need to get a haircut before the big event on Sunday. So I can't put product in my hair. It's got to be a nice, clean cut, if you're wondering what the hell happened to Jay. But happy to be here talking, and mainly one, because we did want to give some updates on the big debate happening right here on Geek Dad Life. Make sure you hit the subscribe button and that bell icon to be notified. The post is already live, so you can see it, comment on it. I think if the live chat actually disappears after a little while, so just be aware of that. But it is happening at Sunday, 8 o'clock. More details to come on this at the end of this episode. So if you want to stick around to the end, we'll talk about that there. Some fun updates regarding the live stream. But let's go to the chat. Space Cowboy is in the house. It is an unexpected live stream. Jason Clark, Namor. Not Namor. How do you pronounce that character's name?
I would just thought Namor.
Namor? Yeah, that's probably right. Evil Villain, Lewis Green, Adam Smedberg. Yeah, I'm sorry, Space Cowboy. Phineas Bug. Wait, what? We're back. Hung Wen. Happy Friday. Yes, happy Friday, everybody. We're almost there. Toy Cartel, good morning, having coffee and now watching GDL. Well, there you go. That's a great way to start your day. KJ Smith, sup peeps. Nick Taylor, Jonathan Taylor, Jamos. Jamis. Yeah, this is 90s hair, Jay. Sneaking in for a minute at work. See, this is perfect. Exactly. Hopefully this it's lining with my workday lunch break and maybe morning coffee, wherever you are in the world. But these reveals by NECA, oh my God. Woo! I'm so excited to talk about that. Later today, I'll be posting my review of the Super 7 Wave 3 of TMNT Ultimates. And I figured I would show a little clip from the beginning of it, just to give you a teaser. But let me just put the teaser on, and then you can see maybe where this video is going to go, though. On this episode of Geek Dad Life, we're going to review. Wait. Man, so I had a few QC issues on my set, including the front horn of my Rocksteady falling off. Did you have a similar problem, or is it just me?
No, let me grab mine real quick.
Now you want to know. Everyone's checking their Rocksteadies.
It felt I didn't catch it in the video.
Oh, you didn't? It's a little bit slow, but I move. It happens when I unbox it, so it did it for effect there in the opening. But yeah, you're solidly on there.
No problems. No problems.
It's fine. I'll be fine. But definitely check out the video. While I still absolutely love TMNT Ultimates, I think the title for this one is Super 7 TMNT Ultimates Wave 3 is disappointing. So be on the lookout for that. Yes, and Grayskull's did some rearranging. I finally was I had the Sentinel up there, and I decided if you follow me on Instagram, definitely give a follow. I think I'm 1 follower away from 1,000 followers, so definitely do that if you haven't yet. But I posted a picture. I just had one of those moments, and we all have this as toy collectors, where it's just you know what, screw it. I'm going to just completely disassemble everything, start over, and do the thing that I wanted to do in the first place, which was kind of set up a diorama a little bit with the Sentinel, with the different X-Men Legends figures I've been holding on to for years now at this point. Finally got to unbox them and kind of start setting up the display. I think it turned out pretty good. Anywho, all right. let's get into the main topic here, John, because holy moly, I saw these drop last night. Like it was, those moments when you're like laying in bed and you're surfing the phone a little bit before you close your eyes. And then these bad boys from NECA drop. And oh my gosh. For starters, I'm a bit of a poser when it comes to Dungeons and Dragons. I've played it with friends. I've been a part of a couple parties, and um, but I've loved the toys, the old school LJN toys. I had them and played with them before I even knew what Dungeons and Dragons were. And Warduke, again, just one of those kind of quintessential '80s cool toys that just everybody loves. And I heard rumblings that NECA was going to do this, but I did not expect anything to the level that they have seemed to have accomplished with these two figures. Unreal. John, what's your thoughts here?
I totally agree. I can't even say that I'm even a slight D&D poser. I have never ever played it, but doesn't mean I don't love the toys.
Yeah.
Of
They're like
course,
so great.
I've probably had 100 of them.
Yeah.
Buying and selling.
Mm-hmm.
It's always hard to sell Warduke and Grimsword, any of the cool ones. You kind of want to keep them.
Yep.
But oh man, these are like, I mean, okay, so Warduke have an homage in the Mythic Legion series,
Mm-hmm. Yep.
but this is on point and
Oh,
on par with Mythic Legions.
yeah.
These look amazing.
Like just look at all the chainmail on the armor, the fur, the leather, the gold, the shiny pearlescentness of the helmet and how it sinks into the eyes. It's like your dream Warduke. Like if you had to think of like the best version of Warduke, a Motu Classics TMNT Ultimates version of Warduke, I don't think you could have pictured it better than this.
No, and I really like the sculpt on this. They didn't go like overly jacked. He's
Mhm.
very lean looking.
Yep.
Whereas, you can tell there's an obviously size difference between Grimsword
Mhm.
and Warduke. Obviously the extra armor on Grimsword, but I mean, they did such a good job. And, with all that extra detail, when I think of a lot of NECA figures, especially with like it seems like for years all they did was horror.
Mhm.
And I'm not knocking it. I love it all.
Sure, yeah.
But there's just like this long, like 5 or 6 year bout of nothing but Freddy, Jason, Michael, Freddy, Jason, Michael over and over. And then with a spackling in of gremlins and a Hellraiser figure.
Yeah, yeah.
But man, I think these just being promo images,
Yeah,
this could be the nicest figures NECA has done.
I agree. I don't think I've seen NECA do anything to this level, and they've done great stuff. They've done great stuff. And we've talked about this before when we're talking about the gargoyles figure, which is coming out now. Like it's hitting shelves on the East Coast, so I've been on the hunt for it. Haven't found it yet. But we talked about it then, and we'll talk about it now. Anybody worried about the QC issues through NECA? I think it's you're rolling the dice here. These are coming at what, $37 a piece, so they are cheaper. So you're probably gonna have greater QC issues at that price point. But golly, if they even come like, I don't know, 80% to this, I think they'll still be amazing. But if they do pull it off, if what we get in the package is this good, I agree with you, John. I think this is the best stuff they've ever done.
Yeah. Yeah. And to make a point with the QC issues,
Mm-hmm.
so this year I've gotten Frankenstein from them,
Mm-hmm.
King Kong, the Ultimate Sam from Trick or Treat, and an Ultimate Gremlin. I haven't had a single problem with any of them. No
Yeah.
joint problems, nothing is broken on any of them. And with other QC issues with companies, whether it Hasbro, Mattel, it
Mm-hmm.
seems like NECA has stepped up their game.
Yeah.
And I would say there's an even QC problem between every company now.
Oh, absolutely.
NECA has, definitely improved.
Mm-hmm.
Um, just like McFarlane. McFarlane figures used to be, you looked at them weird and they broke. But
Yep.
now, I don't really think we're going to have to worry about QC issues, in excess with NECA as we used to.
Yeah. No, I agree. Like, cause again, my TMNT Ultimates Wave 3, big QC issue, his damn horn fell off.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about it because you made the video. We can talk about it after, maybe
Yeah,
next
yeah.
week. But yeah, my horn didn't fall off, but
Mhm.
these, I definitely I can't. They're not standing in my
Yeah.
DTOF right now for a good reason.
Yeah, like, I talk about that too. I talk about, the engineering on, Metalhead's accessories, like, he keeps falling over, and I literally have to pose him, like, just the right way and adjust the hands just the right way so he doesn't fall over,
I don't
and
think you can have his backpack on him. I think the backpack is too heavy.
it's way too heavy, but I got it. It's in my Detolf, it's standing right now, but it literally I use the long tentacle hand to kinda balance him out.
And there's also no foot peg hole. You can't find any, just slap some kind of foot stand. He has no hole in his foot.
Oh, I didn't even notice that. I thought he did. Um, but yeah. The wave 3. Well, again, my title is Wave 3 is disappointing, but we'll go from there. But yeah, I think Warduke amazing home run, instant buy.
hmm
Talk about where you can buy these once after we talk about Grimsword. But Grimsword, kind of, for the vintage figure, kind of they're all have a little bit of a slight hokiness about them, but they're amazing, and I love them so much. Grimsword 2 is a little bit, yeah, it's not menacing, but he's cool. He's really cool. This guy looks menacing. He
Yeah.
looks like, look at his eyes in there. Look at it looks like the mountain's eyes after we kind of become zombified.
I was just gonna say he's like the mountain.
Yeah.
Oh man, they look like they're glowing.
Right? Oh, and just the weathering on the metal. Why it's like, again, sub $40. Uh, it looks amazing. It looks absolutely amazing.
Yeah, yeah, and I hope they come out as good as this.
Mhm,
Because I assume these are just the paint masters. Because you can see on Warduke's shoulder, it still has a black pin in the
mhm.
the flesh arm. So I'm guessing these are just paint master prototypes.
Yeah.
But if they look as good as this, unbelievable.
Yeah. So these are the figures. Let me pull up Toy Arc had all the pictures on it. Because even like the website we can buy. So I will talk about the website you can buy it in a second. But so yeah, the accessories look freaking awesome. Like, look at his mace with the cobra handle. Um, yes, please. Warduke's accessories. Love his iconic sword. Love the iconic shield. They look fantastic. And yeah, just overall over the moon for these two figures. Now, when I saw this post about it, the Whiz Kids shop has posted up pre-orders for 2 upcoming Dungeons and Dragons 7-inch scale ultimate figures from NECA Toys. And I was like, what the hell is the Whiz Kids shop? What is what is this? And I was like, oh, Wizards of the West Coast or whatever. That's who owns Dungeons and Dragons. So I was like, okay, this is like, Wizards store. Why is it called Whiz Kids? That's the dumbest name I've ever heard. Sorry, Wizard. I'm sure
I
it's
don't know. Maybe they couldn't get the name. Maybe somebody bought it already. And they didn't want to pony up the cash.
but yeah, so they're available for pre-order right now. And I'm curious, it was kind of not clear. Is this an exclusive of WizKids.com or will this be a normal retail release too?
I'm gonna guess we'll hear about it. Maybe NECA gave them the exclusive to reveal it first.
Mm-hmm.
Because has NECA actually put this up on their page yet?
Namor says they're up on BBTS now for pre-order. Okay, so you can get
Oh,
them in all the places, which is good, which is great. But I pre-ordered from WizKids because I literally was like, "Shut up and take my money." I was like, "Let's go, let's do it," because I really I really love the way these figures look. I really can't wait to have these. And I to your point, John, if they're even close to what we see in these pictures, could be not only NECA's best work ever, figure of the year, figure of the decade. Who knows? Like, well, I feel like it has a chance. And if you have a chance, we can always say.
So you're telling me there's a chance?
And we got two figures to be getting in this wave as well. And yeah, just so freaking cool. All right, let's move on because there's a couple other figures. Some people are talking about it in the chat. The Alf figure. John, people may not know this or not about you or not, but you are an Alf fan. Like you have an Alf display, or is it still in your toy room, or did you?
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Oh no, it's still here. It used to be in the corner where the Sky Commanders were on this side, but it moved down on the other side of a couple other windows. But yeah, both me and my wife, big Alf fans. My my dog has a middle name, which is Gordon after Alf. His real name is Gordon Chumway.
Listen, I think all of us loved Alf, right? I loved this show as a kid. And
it holds up.
It does. It really does.
Not the last season so much. They did that, have a baby to save the season kind of thing, But man, I was so excited when I saw this, and I didn't even see it when they posted it. Our friend Gary sent me the pictures. Like, have you seen this? And there was somebody that was making customs using a Black Series, one of the Ewok bodies from, I don't know, a couple waves back. And he was making kits to, the head and I think the feet and hands. And I was I was really thinking about getting one. I'm glad I didn't. I'm glad I'm going to get an official.
Yeah, and it looks fantastic. The detail looks. Everyone's loving the cat sub sandwich. Froggy, tell me about the cat sub sandwich. Looks hilariously tasty. Nick's big colorful toy show. As a kid, I remember always listening to the Alf cassettes on the way to holiday with my Walkman. Maybe accessory of the year, the cat sub accessory.
That's Lucky the cat.
So yeah, I think this is a really neat entry. And now that we're getting these classic 80s properties, I mean, they've been doing it for a while, but like Alf, like what's the next kind of like Alf level thing that hasn't gotten a proper collector toy that NECA could do next?
That's tough.
Maybe in a chat too, if you have any ideas, like what's the Alf level toy that hasn't gotten like collectorized from the 80s that we need next? What about
Mac and Me?
The Mac and Me. Yes. Mac and Me, 100%. Yes. And honestly, ET as well. ET would be great.
ET hasn't gotten a good upgrade in a long time.
It's been a minute. Small Wonder, that's a great one. Bullwinkle 80s in the house. Good to see you. Thank you for all your great thank you so much, Nix. Ultimate Stunt Reaction. Fraggle Rock.
Oh yeah.
Yes. We've gotten, tastes of it with the Muppets, but yeah, true like this kind of level quality Fraggle Rock. Please. And that's Disney owns that, right? Like they're already doing Disney stuff, NECA. So come on, NECA, make it happen.
I'd really like dark crystal figures of this level.
Proton Pack is not a toy. Can't agree with you more. Short Circuit. Since I was a kid, I have dreamed of owning a Johnny 5, maybe 12-inch scale replica or toy or anything. Like, remember in Short Circuit 2 that he was selling all the little Johnny 5s, and I was like, I want those. Mommy, I want those. Can I go to the store and get those? And there's a top level of disappointment that I could not go and buy one of those little Johnny 5s from Short Circuit 2.
It's hard to believe that hasn't been taken up by Sideshow or Hot Toys.
I would buy that hot toy in a millisecond. Yeah, 100%. That's a great call out. Harry and the Hendersons.
Oh yeah, definitely.
aliens from the film Explorers. Yep. My Two Dads, Buckaroo Banzai.
My Two Dads.
Right. Flight of the Navigator. Perfect Strangers. Yeah, more Johnny 5. Batteries not included. Yeah, exactly, Darth Aaron. Input. Jay needs input. I haven't seen that movie in forever. I gotta watch that one again. I'm sure my kids would love it as much as I did. Who knows? They may be like, Dad, this is stupid. But I freaking love those movies. Space Cowboy asks question, Jay, would you sell the Sentinel to make room for Johnny 5? If that's what had to happen, I would do it in a heartbeat. But hopefully that wouldn't have to be the case. So great call outs there. And last but not least, the Droids figures unveiled by Hasbro. The pre-orders already went up. It's a Target exclusive, which officially gets the... They went on sale this morning. I missed out on it, which is fine. I don't really like doing the pre-orders through Target. Usually I suggest just finding them in store. So hopefully that'll be the case for me too. But I love the colorways. I know Customize has been doing this for a while. A mutual friend, Errol, I believe, did a great 6-inch scale custom of this, but it looks awesome. The 6-inch scale one looks great, and the 3 3/4-inch ones as well. I kind of wish it wasn't just that let's paint the normal figures to look like the Droids figures for R2 and C-3PO. I wish it would have been more like, or maybe some unique sculpting on them, but they're still cool. They look great in the box. They come with the coin. And again, I think Grail acquisitions for me are, the actual vintage C-3PO and vintage R2-D2 from Droids. Those are absolutely up there. Maybe top 10 for me to acquire one day to add to the collection. But I think these are really cool exclusives. And hopefully they're not too difficult to find in store. Bullwinkle's able to score all 4. Good for you. Again, happy for anyone that's able to do it. But I just don't have the patience. The cartoon was awful, no doubt. But those 2 figures, I don't care about any of the other figures. I just really dig how those 2 look, even though they're the same sculpt, but they just paint. I don't know. They really appeal to me. So that's that. And I think Phineas has a great question. Last thing we're going to talk about today. Can we talk about the great debate on Sunday? So, Johnny, ready to talk about the great debate on Sunday?
Yes, sir.
All right. So, a lot has happened since the last time we did a live stream, which was Monday. Something that long ago. But even then, the details weren't fully baked in on what was going to happen if the only debate was going to be on our channel or another channel. I know Michael French wanted to happen on a different one. That didn't work out. So we have become kind of the exclusive venue for this debate that is happening this Sunday. The original proposal was our normal Sunday Toy Geek slot, which is 9 p.m. Scott has some time limitations, so we're starting it at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can go on the channel. Make sure you hit the subscribe and the bell icon so you're notified when these episodes or when it's close. You can also go to the actual post, which again is on youtube.com/geekdadlife. If you're watching this, you can probably just see this thumbnail. Click on it, set your reminder, and I think it'll give you like a notification 30 minutes before or 5 minutes before, whatever it is. So make sure you get your reminders set for 8 p.m. this Sunday. The debate between Retroblasting and Spector Creative, Michael French and Scott Knightlick, for a debate on toy collecting and the toy industry. Very appreciative that both parties are super responsive, really engaged in having a good discussion. And we have kind of shared topics that we're going to cover. They're going to be agreed upon topics. I will kind of act as the moderator, but really my goal is to just kind of maybe set the topics and get out of the way and let them have a discussion. That's both John and I's goal here, and kind of keep it on the rails, so to speak. I hope it won't be too off the rails, but make sure it's kind of staying on topic and staying within the realms that both parties have agreed to. I'll also be watching the chat. They've said, fine with questions from the chat as well. So I'll be able to plus in questions from the chat just like we normally do on a live show. So you all will be a part of this debate just as much as John and I and Michael and Scott are going to be. There are a couple ground rules. One, I'll also be watching the chat. So if there's any like being a jerk or just being using inflammatory language, anything like that, you're going to get the boot. It's perfectly, I've said it many times. We welcome any and all toy geeks and any and all opinions and feelings. That's perfectly fine. But we just ask that we treat each other with kindness and respect. And if we don't do that, that's when you'll get the boot, put in timeout, or maybe fully just kicked out of the session. Again, this is our normal crew here, so I don't expect any of the normal, toy geeks, Geek Dead Life community people to be that. But just also like for everybody here right now, also kind of help keep that culture alive for the chat, because there's gonna be a lot of people in this thing, I assume, that have never been a part of one of our streams before. So for all the people here that are our regulars, be the vision of good for all of the new guests that we'll be welcoming to the stream on Sunday. Another offer that I made to both Michael and Scott was to donate all ad revenue from the stream to charity. One, I think, is just to make good out of this discussion, even beyond whatever happens in the discussion, that good will come out of it. And two, just to kind of reemphasize that us hosting this is not about us getting something from it, so that we're not incentivized to try and make it more than it is, or maybe clickbait it or something like that. That is not the intention. So I've committed to basically any stream revenue, ad revenue that Google and YouTube puts into the stream. At the end of a month from the thing, I'll take whatever money they've given to us, and then we'll be donating it to a charity. Michael deferred to Scott to pick the charity, and Scott picked the Make-A-Wish Foundation. So that is where that will go. So I think it's a really good charity to give it to. And another part of the ground rules, though, is I'm going to ask that we don't do any super chats, mainly because, one, I don't want anyone to feel like if they pay money, they'll get their questions seen more than somebody that maybe doesn't have the ability to pay money to get their questions seen. And then also, I understand maybe you think, okay, it's going to go to charity, but YouTube takes half of whatever you put into a super chat. So if you have $5, $10, whatever dollars to give to charity, my ass is just give it to charity. That'll be better use in terms of your money. Okay, so that is all the details that I can give. Both parties are ready to go. We're excited to be hosting it here. And then after the program, John and I will be doing kind of a just post debate hang, maybe like we'll talk about what happened. My hope is just really like, I don't want to like leave that debate and then have nobody to talk to after it. So so we'll be doing like a post debate hang, because basically this thing might end around 9 o'clock. So it'll either be 9 or 9:30 that we'll do a post show hangout. And we'll also be inviting a few other YouTubers as well. I know that Craig from Yes Have Some is going to be jumping on with us, and we'll send out a couple other invites as well. Again, I think the hope of all of this is to instill a sense of a greater toy community, especially the toy YouTuber community, that we all love the same things. Toy collecting should be fun, and we should all be supportive of each other. And again, very thankful to both Michael and Scott for being very open to a debate to hopefully, kind of air out their feelings. Was it Seinfeld, the airing of the grievances? Hopefully it's not, maybe there's no, was it the challenge? There's no Festivus poll or anything like that. Pizza strength. There's nothing like that, but hopefully maybe we'll air out their differences, figure out maybe some common ground, hopefully. But at the very least, maybe resolve and kind of just squash and end the beef that is going on between the two. And that's it. What's the topics? I think if you watch the videos, you'll kind of see the topics. But one will be, how did this situation come to be? Another one is around Sky High and Joe Amato. Another one's around place of companies and collectors, and so there's basically, if you've been paying attention to the back and forth between these two channels, you could pretty much guarantee to understand what the topics are. But again, you all will have an opportunity to ask questions as well. If the questions are going crazy, I'm going to do my best to pull out ones that are pertinent to the conversation that's happening, and we'll kind of just go from there. Twicker asks a great question. Can we submit questions to you before the stream? I would ask again, just so that it's fair and equitable to all. You know, we'll have them in the chat. You all will be able to see in real time how the conversation is going. So you'll be able to maybe formulate a more poignant question because you're seeing it happen in real time. I know that, you know, in talking to Scott, he's open to any type of question, like he's game for anything. So, you know, I assume really if it is relevant to the conversation, happy to put that in. Macanita Silva, squash that beef. Indeed. Squash it like a smash burger. And again, Phineas, Kylie Minogue versus Natalie Imbruglia. That's too dicey a topic. I feel like that would just be there would be too many fireworks to drop.
I think we know who the winner is.
The
one who shows up.
Oh man. Yeah, I think Froggy, great point here. Everyone is allowed and entitled to their own opinions and should be respected for that and not attacked. Exactly. And I know even in this group, there's probably people that side on one side or the other in terms of how you feel about it, and that's okay. Where it crosses the line is if we're treating each other with disrespect and kind of being jerks to each other. Because again, this is toy collecting. It should be fun. We can have different opinions on how it should go down. That is perfectly fine. And hopefully this debate allows a really good, lively conversation around the topics. And Dan Ash, this is so great. It's actually happening. It's good of you guys to do this moderation. YHS Toy Anxiety spoke very highly of your channel. I was proud of my guys. Yeah, I just happened to have it on in the background. I was working on something else. And then they started talking about us. So I was like, hey, I'm here. But again, there's just so many great content creators out there on the toy side of things. And we're going to be friends with any and all that'll have us. And if you haven't, I mean, again, if you're watching this content, there's more than likely you've watched Yes Have Some or Toy Anxiety. They do great videos and live streams as well. Space Cowboy, I'm cheering for Natalie. We're gonna get her on the show one day. We're gonna get her on the show. Hambone, I'm a new subscriber. Love your channel. Thank you, Hambone. Really appreciate it. Welcome to the crew. Polwinkle 80, the Sentinel looks great behind you. Yeah, I was kind of worried moving it from there would make it less prominent, but I think it's pretty prominent right there.
You can see it better. Plus the lighting really helps. The purple's popping.
You know, it really is. I told Colleen, I was like, I'm gonna get some hue lights. I'm gonna put them behind there to do, because like all the YouTubers do it. So I was like, if they do it, it's gotta, and it looks pretty good. It looks pretty good. I can change it in real time though. I can change it to other things, which is always fun to do. Let's see. That's what options do I got. We can do it's called Soho, I guess. We got some sunsets here. Let's see. We could do Tropical Twilight. I didn't change it that much. That's kind of boring. I like this one that I made. All right. Anyway, that is it's not blocked by your melon. I know there's so much stuff happening back there, but I have a large head. All right, Space Cowboy.
You can tell because everything behind you is of size. Like you have the big Voltron, Turbo Man, Shogun Godzilla. It's not like you have small figures back there. Everything is like of big scale.
Oh man. Anywho, I think that'll wrap it up for this special lunch break edition of Toy Geeks. Happy to chat with you all before the big debate. The next time you'll see John and I will be when we are here to moderate and give a space for hopefully Retroblasting and Spector Creative to resolve their differences. Be on the lookout on the channel today, probably 3 o'clock or later. My review of Wave 3 of TMNT Ultimates. The title is Wave 3 TMT Ultimates is disappointing. Definitely check it out. It I don't like being disappointed, but sometimes it happens. We will see you all later. Until next time, hasta luego, and goodbye.